Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome back to Mama's Orchids. Yes, I still have my Christmas light up. I'm one of those that is going to enjoy my Christmas lights all throughout the year, especially these snowflakes type. So I have all my orchids out, laid out real pretty, real nicely, all arranged like it's ready for spring, and the rest of the year will, have all this orchids out just like this. And when I filmed this shot, the next 14 days was going to be nice, like spring is coming and winter is over. And then 3 days after I had all this orchids out, I checked the weather, and basically it's the 15th, 16th, and 17th day sort of thing that you see after that. There's a freeze coming. 30, upper 30s, but it's still, for me, that's, I still have to bring the orchids in, that sort of a freeze. I am so disappointed. This winter has been really dragging it out. Boy, wasn't that groundhog correct when he predicted an extra long winter. I believe that cold is coming the 11th and the 12th of March. So at least all these orchids have 14 days out here to be watered, fed, and a lot of aeration movements and things like that. So something is better than nothing. Basically, this is what I do a lot. If I have to take these orchids out for about a week or two, I'll do it, and then bring it back inside and grow it in the sunroom, and it's normally in the sunroom for less than a week sometimes. So to me, I feel like this is just exercise. I don't mind moving them in and out because I have a system that I do, and it's really not that, it's not that time consuming. I take about a handful of 5 orchids on the left hand and 5 on the right hand, so I take about 10 at a time out because everything is on hangers, and I just grab in a bundle 5 hooks at a time, and it's real easy. I've become really efficient at it. So normally I don't have it all arranged this nicely, and I don't take my time putting it up. I'll show you what I normally do throughout the winter as I bring the orchids in and out from the sunroom. So I have this access to the side gate from my front sunroom, and I just have this 2 item that holds 90% of my orchid practically. And one is a basket holder, a basket hanger actually, and the other one is a metal framework that normally is a table, but the tabletop is broken off and it's gone. I got this item at a yard sale, I think for like $3, and it probably used to be a weaved tabletop, but the metal frame lasts forever, so I hang tons and tons of orchids on this metal frame. And the third thing I will use, and I said 2 before, but I actually have a third item that I use. It's my clothesline. I hang almost all the vandas on the clothesline when I water because some of the vandas are so long with the roots hanging down. It needs a taller structure. But anyway, out of these 3 items, I get all my orchids on there and in and out real quickly when there is a freeze or a cold spell about to come. And this is how I do quick watering. I noticed that when I'm watering in the sunroom, it's taking quite a bit of time and it's not getting enough water, but it'll work in the sunroom to survive, a little bit of spraying here ever so often, maybe every 2-3 days or so. So how the cycle works for me is that I'll have the orchids out, anywhere between 7 to 10 days or 14 days, and then it could be cold again for 3-4 days and then back into the sunroom. Or it could be, I think at one time I remember it's left in the sunroom for close to a week. But rarely have I ever had to have all the orchids in the sunroom for more than 7 days. We get warm enough weather in between cold spells that it's perfect orchid weather, and I mean perfect as in between 60 to 80 degrees outside. It's really nice. I'm trying to think of how many times I may have done this winter. Maybe 7 or 8 times in and out of the sunroom. To me, it's not bad. Like I said, I like the exercise, no big deal. But this is how you get to maximize the growing potential of the orchids. You know, to be able to grow it outdoor most of the time, most of the year. This is what I have to do. I think I'm very fortunate, though, that I'm able to take the orchids in and out throughout my very mild temperate winter. I don't have any grow lights, so I think if the orchids were indoor in the sunroom all winter, it's probably not a very optimal condition. So after I've watered really well, then I'll let it dry out for a couple of hours or so. And yes, I leave it in the sun sometimes. And then I'll drag it back if I feel that it's too much sun. Drag it back about a yard behind me right here where there's an overhang closer to the building. And then all the vandas, I will hang it right underneath the awning where the pond area is. And there is a shade cloth on there. Oh, the things we do for our orchids. Anyway, yeah, this is the way I do this every winter. So it's Wednesday, March 9th, and I decided to go get all the orchids in a day early because it's really nice and warm outside and it's easier work on a warm day instead of wait for the cold to come, which will come Friday. But I got, and it's a good time to go ahead and bring the orchids in because this afternoon I just received a package in the mail. I purchased a new shade cloth that would fit over that whole setup in the back where the pond is. And I'm going to go ahead and install it and see how it fits, and I'll show it to you too. Got a new setup for my orchid area for the spring. This is shade cloth I found on homedepot.com. It's at on the online order only and not in the store. It's a 10 by 20, 60% shade cloth. That is Ag Fabric, I believe is the name of the company. And it comes with grommet holes, so I am going to secure that a little better against the cattle panels, and then on the other side as well. I purposely bought 10 by 20 because I wanted some shade on the side as well. It has so this side is west facing and this is east facing, so morning sun comes from here and west afternoon sun comes from here. Yeah, I am really excited about that. I'm not sure though if 60% was too much shade, but I was thinking more because of the Texas heat that I'll be getting this summer. So I'm not sure if it's too much. I hope not, but right now the sun is not out, so it's hard to gauge whether this is this will be optimal. I'm glad to be getting rid of that shade cloth over on the top because that's 90%, and that was meant for like a seating area, which I'm going to put on top of the old pergola where I do a lot of potting and a lot of just work underneath there, and I need more shade, so I'm going to put that on top there. There's one, but it's not quite wide enough, so I'm going to have to do it extra. The problem forgot to mention is I have a tree here that I planted a while ago. It's a Shumar oak, and I planted that tree there purposely as a long-term solution for shade over here. And it's not just for the orchids, for overall outdoor enjoyment to have shade, especially in our heat. I think I'm going to leave it there for now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to moving the orchids out here. in a couple of days, maybe on Sunday. But right now we're expecting another cold front coming Friday and Saturday, so we'll have to do this on Sunday, and I'll get another shot of the orchids out here once the weather's nice again. And what's nice, I also meant to say is that the shade cloth was really necessary for the pond. The pond was getting too much algae and it was getting really mucky, so I need to clean that water out, refresh it, and hopefully the shade cloth is going to help prevent the algae from growing too much. So, well, thanks for hanging out with me, and thanks for listening to me yap. And I hope you all have a good day. Thanks. Bye-bye.